Is it worky?
It says you are live. Hey guys,
I'm not seeing
Not yet.
it here, but
not yet. YouTube seems to think we're live.
hey, uh, well, it's showing an ad, so presumably it'll go live after that. Also, we'll see if my phone can handle it.
Yeah. So oh hey guys, cool.
Seems to be working.
Yeah,
Hey.
we're live. Cool.
The lag's only about 30 seconds.
Awesome. So, guys, welcome to our live stream. I am at my house, Ethan's at his house, and this live stream is going to be all about donating a bunch of money to Feeding America with eBay Motors. So we had a video that was putting the Haltech ECU in the Jeep Hurricane. And in that video, we said that we would donate $5 per 1,000 views to Feeding America because it's a good cause and there's obviously a lot of need right now. I mean, that's obvious. So
People be hungry.
Yep. So that's the plan, and the video didn't quite max out, but you guys still shared it, and eBay Motors still offered that match up to 5,000. So we just wanted to go ahead and do that. So that's exactly what we're going to do on this live stream, and then we'll hang out a bit, answer your questions. We're going to see if Ethan's internet is good enough to maybe show you guys some stuff around the yard. Maybe we'll try to get a wheelie in.
Yeah.
Who knows? But
Well, I don't think anything's put together enough to do a wheelie in anything right now, aside from the dirt bike, but mine's still a snow bike, so. Also, I'm not going to be able to read comments. I had to close out of YouTube. It was taking too much bandwidth, and also the lag was so long I couldn't do anything anyway, so if there's any questions for me, you'll have to relay them to me.
Okay, no problem. If there are any questions for Ethan directly, could you just let us know, because Ethan can't look at the comments at the same time. Okay, guys. So let's do this, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So here is our live stream inception. So here we are at Feeding America. And we're gonna do this thing. It's so cool that we're able to do this.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Like, super thanks to eBay Motors for matching this money and just making this happen. This is just insanely cool. And this is our P.O. box, so this is public information. This is at the end of all of our videos. And
Not gonna say
yeah.
anything.
And we just wanted to just give full disclosure because we know there's a lot of scams going on right now. And I mean, this isn't a scam. We're really doing it. But I am going to pause the video when I hit the PayPal button because obviously that information is private. And then I will show the screen again once we have the confirmation. So it's private. You guys cannot see. I'm pretty sure it's grayed out anyways, so it'd probably be fine, but just want to make sure.
There's a question for Ethan.
All right, what's Ethan's question?
Does he have a girlfriend or is he single?
I have a girlfriend. She's here hanging out in the loft. Probably doing homework. She's in college to be a nurse.
All right, so there is PayPal processing our thing.
All right, I figured out a way to.
Oh, great.
I can be in the live chat, so I can see the comments now.
We got fraud alert
What?
from our bank. They don't think it's real, so it didn't go through.
Oh, great!
You gotta be
Are you
kidding me.
serious?
Nice.
I am serious. Here, I'll hold
Oh.
it up. Let me make sure there's no private information on here. All right, so yeah, fraud alert from our bank. So valid. 1 for yes. Let's do 1. I'm sorry, guys. That was very anticlimactic.
Yeah, that didn't exactly work out as planned.
All right, the account is safe for continued use. So I guess we could try again. Is that what we can do now? I said it's okay.
Maybe.
All right, we're gonna try again, guys, and hopefully we don't end up donating 20,000 because I don't think we have that much in our account. All right, here, let me.
Also, I can now see the chat. I've found a way to just have that and not the video, so I can my bandwidth can handle it now.
Oh, cool. So maybe you can talk to people. I'm trying to figure this out.
Yeah, I don't think I can even sort of answer the questions as fast as they're coming in, but I could try. Also, most of them have been asked 1,000 times before in all of our older live streams. But
We could just.
there's a
Let
question:
them know.
where did I learn about engineering suspensions? Well, actually, YouTube. I don't know that much about it. I just watched YouTube videos about suspension geometry, and that's what I know.
Hey, we did it!
Yay!
We did it! Yay!
We did it.
Party! It worked.
So there you guys have it. $10,000 for Feeding America. This is new for us. It's the first time we did something with charity on this channel, and we're super stoked to do more stuff like this in the future. So if you guys have any sweet charities or sweet ideas, we've talked about maybe building a car with Chris from B is for Build, and then selling it on the eBay Motors app. And the eBay Motor guys are super cool, and they're already on board for that idea. So it's just a matter of making sure the resources are going to be available to do it, since everything's kind of uncertain right now. But if that all works out, that's one of our ideas. And if you guys have other cool ideas like that, then we are open to hearing them. But
Also,
This is-
Marshall, just in the chat briefly. Marshall, who flew the drones for the PUBG video.
oh,
He
sweet,
said that
Marshall.
he can't wait to fly once again.
Yeah, the PUBG video was so much fun.
Yeah,
Alright.
it was super fun.
I am going to hop on the chat, guys, and I am going to not show it on the screen so we don't have chatception going on. And I can even move my. Oh, that's gonna look weird on the. Wow, I can move the things on this app live. Like I can move my photo now.
That's
So-
cool.
Okay, cool. Ah. I'm almost there, guys. I should have had this in a window ready to go to get on the chat, but
Yeah. How long have I been welding? I don't know, since I was like 12 or so. So like 15 years, give or take, but not like
Hey guys, look at
nonstop
these
or anything
amazing do-it-yourself.
until recently. Oh, somebody said we should work with Colin Furs. Yeah, we definitely want to do that. That'd be awesome. Colin Furs is the man.
we've sent each other a few Instagram messages. So once he can travel
That's
again, we might be able to do something with them. That would be super cool. And we actually sent Cletus McFarlane a message about the Freedom Factory. We haven't heard from him yet, but obviously traveling right now wouldn't be responsible. But when we finish a bunch of stuff, bringing it to the Freedom Factory would be awesome. And that's probably the comment we get the most recently. So make sure you're commenting on his stuff, telling him that you want us there too. But
somebody's
really
been
cool.
Yeah, for sure. Somebody's been asking for a while now what size tires are on Cinderella. They're 18 by 9 10s. 10-inch wheel, 18 by 9 tires. So there you go.
And the
But yeah,
Hacksmith
going to the Freedom Factory would be sweet. What's that?
Oh, someone's saying about the Hacksmith. They're in Canada, I think. Are they in Vancouver or are they in Toronto? Because Toronto is like super far from us, but Vancouver isn't. But if you guys...
I think they're in Toronto.
Yeah, so... But we could hit them up, see what's up. Maybe we could like start something, ship it there, do something cool like that. And we do want a solid axle, the Tacoma. That's more of a spring project because the Tacoma barely fits in the garage.
Yeah. But hey, the snow's melted, so, soon.
We talk to Redbeard Garage all the time. We'd love to do something with
No,
them
that's
soon.
we talked to Rutherby Welding, not Redbridge Garage.
Oh. My bad. We're still down.
Yeah. We have a thing planned this spring, and hopefully we'll get Chris to bring out his Grave Digger Ninja thing for that, and have some fun whenever people can travel again.
Yeah, that's the thing with collabs right now is without traveling, it's just tough, We don't know about any of the kind of trips we had planned, or no one knows about any of that stuff, so that's hard. But what we could do is like start something, ship it to someone, have them finish it on their channel, or vice versa. We could just ship Cletus the Camaro and tell him to destroy it. That would be awesome.
That'd be hilarious. Have him drive around his track. I don't know. We don't want to kill Cletus McFarland, so maybe that's not a good idea.
Yeah, we'd probably have to have a lawyer write up some paperwork for that one. Make sure we don't get sued.
Yeah.
The Camaro is sketchy. I don't know how many of you guys saw the PUBG video where we took it on the racetrack, but that thing is dangerous. Henry S.
For sure.
Or Harry S. Harry S. Sweet. Thanks for the love, dude. That's super cool. I'm glad you dig it. We're keeping it going pretty good so far. At first we thought that it might be hard to get supplies, but the only thing that's different is the welding gas store. We just meet them outside the shop, and they take the bottle from the truck, put it in, write down your card information, so there's no one actually like touching something that somebody else has touched. And besides that, everything else that at least we need to do grind hard is pretty available. And Ethan's quarantining at his place, and then we're doing the same at our place. And so we just see each other. By quarantining,
it would mean that I just have my normal life happening, because I pretty much just live out here and go to town like once or twice a week anyway. So nothing new there.
Yeah. So it all works out. We just see each other, and we're pretty fortunate to be in a position where we can work for sure.
Yeah. Somebody keeps asking if my house is done. Well, this is my house. I don't know what you guys can see here, but it's getting close.
Yeah. I think it's
almost done.
If you move slower, they can actually see it pretty well.
Oh, move slower. Okay, well, there's the kitchen. I'll do a nice slow pan. There we go. Oh wait, this is the coolest part. That's my loft. Anyway, it's not done, but it's getting close.
Hey, thanks, Tim. That's one reason why we always try to keep the videos consistent right now too, because a lot of people kind of tell us that it helps them think creatively or gives them a distraction from what's happening in the news and all the crazy stuff. So
yeah,
it's important to us to keep getting that content on every Friday, and we're kind of ahead right now on content. So maybe
just in
next
case
week we're talking about, maybe doing 2 episodes or something like that. But as we get the content, we'll keep it coming.
Marshall said he'd break quarantine to come film for us.
I actually had some ideas
Sweet.
to run past you, Marshall. Maybe we should get on the phone later, because I just had this dream that I was in a Barbie Jeep. It was the exact same Barbie Jeep as Cinderella, but not extended. And it had 4 big aluminum arms and props, and I was flying it with the FPV drone receiver. And I was like, woke up and I was like, oh, that was actually pretty cool. Like, maybe we should try to do that. It'd be so cool to have a Barbie Jeep drone. It'd be world's first flying Power Wheels.
That'd be terrifying.
Yeah, it'd be sketch. But if you think it's somewhat doable for a somewhat
Dominic
reasonable price, Marshall,
Thanks,
let's try to make that happen. Random videos by Joe. I'm glad you like the builds, man. Thank you. Also in that dream, Cinderella was intact as well. So I was flying Cinderella and doing like pans around the actual Cinderella while you were like wheeling.
That's an intense dream.
Yeah, but it was in your
Sounds
yard,
awesome.
so it was like super sketch because there was nothing protecting the props. So if I would have hit like any tree or anything, I just would have been like
Hamburger.
Yes. And we are going to post
Yum.
more on the second channel. The last couple of weeks were pretty busy, but we've already recorded a whole video of Ethan kind of showing how the Ameribraid belt grinder sander works, and so we're going to be showing that, and then we're going to do one on the tubing bender, and then we're also going to do a video on like how we make our videos, like camera gear and stuff like that. Kevin Scully, dude, I miss you too. It's been way too long. You should hit me up. That's awesome, man. I didn't even know you watched our videos. Kevin's a friend from way back, guys. Show him some love in the comments. And Dominic.
Oh.
Dominic, thank you. Let's hear. I like all the content. Looks like an amazing lifestyle, and hope that one day I'll be able to build cool things like you guys. You can do it, dude. You should watch our first few videos. It's like a welder, a grinder, and like a couple $100 worth of stuff we got on Craigslist.
Pretty much.
That's how it started, and that's still some of the most fun we've had.
Yep. Nathan Carr just donated $5 and said, "What's up with the Hoonigan collab?" Well, I mean, Hoonigan is kind of corporate and don't really care about other people. So that's our impression of trying to collaborate. We tried really hard to get into their burn yard at SEMA, and they did not care at all. So, if they call us up, we'll collab. Otherwise, it's not worth the effort.
Yeah, there's some really cool people at Hoonigan for sure. but you know, they have a lot going on. So we also tried to get there when we went with Jay Leno and stuff, but it's a toughie, but it would be fun to do something with them. So we'll let you guys know if something like that happens.
Somebody said they'd get us a Power Wheels tank. We have been talking about maybe building a Power Wheels tank. That'd be interesting.
Yeah,
I haven't really planned it out or anything, but
that should also be our first diesel build. You guys know of any mini diesels that make some mad torque? Because that'd be super fun. Well, thanks, Alan Hall. Let's keep up the great content. Full Throttle Networks, Winnipeg. Full Throttle Networks. That sounds like something I could get behind.
I mean, Full Throttle's always good.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Beck says he wants to see. Also, thanks, Chris, for the $20. That's awesome. He says he wants to see a mini bike build off between us, Redbeard's Garage, Cars and Cameras, and Go Power Sports. Well, I mean, all of those guys are sponsored by Go Power Sports, so, you know. And I mean, we sort of are. We could all get the same parts and then make the same thing. I don't know. That would be a little redundant.
Something that we were thinking about doing is, so I don't know how clear it was in the videos, but before Jay Leno's, the Barbie Jeep wasn't running so hot. So we actually bought another CRF 450 entire bike, and we were just going to swap out the engine. And then we realized that it was just the exhaust. And so that it was running way better after we swapped out the exhaust. So we still have that 450. And I was thinking it'd be awesome to get like a common basic mini bike chassis and then just extending it and putting the 450 in there. It'd just be so ridiculous and so much power. I think it would be a great thing to do.
You know, the
You're kind of breaking up, Ethan.
Yeah.
Steve, thanks, Steve. I will let Ethan kind of figure out his end. Oh, I think he's back. Whatever you just said
back now?
was not heard.
What was I talking about? Oh, the Stunt Freaks team, that YouTube channel. They're from like Sweden or whatever, and they built a Kawasaki 450 mini bike that looks like a crazy, ridiculous, awesome thing. So,
but it actually has like proper suspension and stuff.
No, I don't think so. I think it's just an engine and two wheels, basically. Just a 450 engine and some tires. I don't remember. Maybe it has suspension. It's been a long time since I saw it. That might. Oh no, I think theirs was like a pit bike build, so it was like one of those little pit bikes with actual suspension and stuff. I don't remember. It's been a long time. Anyway, it was cool.
So you guys are saying turn on slow chat. Is that something that we could turn on right now, or do we need to do it at the beginning of the video? Because if we can't do it now, then we're still new to the live streaming thing. We're better at playing with dirt bike engines.
Yeah, this is true.
A 6x6
this is our most
would be pretty sweet.
Would be pretty sweet. There's that guy on Instagram that built the 6x6 one, like for his kid or whatever. It's super cool looking. The G-Wagon 6x6.
That thing is sweet.
It's still electric, but it's awesome.
Yeah. Man, there are so many comments about doing something with Whistling Diesel. Do you guys know where they filmed their stuff? I think I've seen some of their videos. They're the guys that put like giant, like 16 wheel spacers on a Duramax and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched one of their videos, but
I'm pretty sure that's the kind of thing.
I don't know. I know. Yeah, I know that when we did the redneck go-kart thing, when we took the cab off the Chevy chassis, everybody was commenting and saying that Whistling Diesel did it first, which I don't think is true because people have been doing that for forever. But he did do it before us, so there's that.
Yeah. You know, what'd be cool is, I mean, he sounds like the kind of guy who has some kind of fast tractor. When we finish the 2J mower, maybe we could race him. That would be something.
Yeah, it would be cool.
That thing is drag raceable. I think that we are still looking for transmission there. It's we think we're just gonna order one on eBay with the 2J, like get the proper 2JZ GTE with, like, you know, turbo and everything. So that's kind of what we're thinking now. All right, Michael, we we talked about Whistling Diesel. Now you should stop spamming. All right, I put him in timeout. You're in timeout, Michael. John
There's
Brown.
a timeout. That's hysterical.
Yay, John Brown!
John Brown. I'm glad you're here, man. That's awesome. Guys, John Brown is the guy who did the animation that we've been using on our second channel of the skull with the wrenches coming into it. He's the best. Cracked Housing Fab. Thank you. You're awesome too.
I mean, with a name like that, how could you not be?
Yeah. That's
Cracked Housing Fab. That sounds like a good time.
Kind of reminds us of our name.
A little bit. Except it's a little bit more accurate. I mean, assuming he does, maybe he does plumbing and, you know, just says he's doing fabrication. That'd be the opposite of us.
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously. Everyone's thanking me for putting Michael in timeout.
That's hilarious that there's a timeout. That's really funny.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Somebody asked if we do anything electric powered. Well, yeah, actually, we have. We've been talking about that for a while now, and also we have a potential line on a drivetrain for something electric. So we will hopefully be doing one sometime this year, something electric.
Yeah, it would be super cool, and I think that a lot of the progression in motorsport we're gonna see, like here in the next couple of years, is gonna be with electric stuff. So it'd be cool to learn about it now while it's still kind of in its infancy, because pretty soon here it'll be kind of like what you have to do to have the fastest car. So we want to do some more car stuff in general, honestly. Like, we found this super cheap MR2. Ethan found it, and we got some ideas for that guy.
We didn't buy it, but we saw it on Marketplace, so I don't know if it's still there or not, but just some cool ideas.
Jason Lucas, you guys are awesome. Thanks for the super awesome content. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Jason. You are awesome too, dude. But I saw some comments about the music that we use in our videos. So we actually get a lot of comments about that, and the music is always in the description. So we don't want to get copyright flagged or have anything crazy happen. So what we do is mainly use my music that's under my name, or Akina Boy, which is also music made by me, or we use music from Epidemic Sounds. We have links to it in all of our videos. It's like $15 a month, and you can put any of that music on your YouTube videos. And then same for Artlist. So if I always use one or the other, it's either all Artlist songs in our videos or all Epidemic Sounds. And sometimes I throw in my songs too if it like fits the vibe, but it's always in the description. And I could try to put the artists on Artlist, but a lot of that music you can't just find. It's like only on Artlist. So I don't know how helpful that'd be for you guys. It's not like you can, go and add it to your Spotify playlist because it's like meant for royalty free like stuff, if that makes sense. I think that made sense.
Hey, Mike from Moto Mules in the chat.
Yeah,
He says
Mike.
Odyssey golf cart race. Yes, Mike, definitely,
When and where the Odyssey is getting
100%.
It's
Yeah,
it's probably
it's running
ready.
good.
We haven't run it for very long yet, so we don't know the overall
I mean, it's ready to rubber
reliability. Should probably still break in those new pistons.
Yeah.
Conway, are you saying that you are going to build a CR450 swap power wheels? Because if you do that, then you got yourselves a race.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, we got to get together with the Gravedigger too. We got to do some
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Cinderella and Gravedigger videos would be super cool. Is Gravedigger ready to rip? I saw on Instagram you were jumping it.
Yeah, that Gravedigger is awesome. We need to get that Gravedigger with B is for Builds Gravedigger, and ours when the 990 Hurricane's running. Get those together. It's awesome combination of awesomeness.
Yeah, for sure.
Somebody said we need to use a GSXR 1000 motor. That's funny because we were just talking like yesterday about how we need to use a 4-cylinder sport bike motor.
Yeah,
because they're awesome.
I saw this guy. So when I had that dream about flying the Barbie Jeep,
Whoa.
I looked up to see what people were doing, and I found a guy who had a GSXR something that was a bike that he could ride, and then it would launch, and it had this helicopter thing on the top that it basically turned itself into, it could go like something like 100 miles an hour on the ground, and it could fly. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen, and I went to his channel and it had like 14,000 views. But it's sick.
General Gamer 98. Thank you.
Hello from the shoulders in Thailand. Keep up the good work. Hey, that's awesome, man. Thank you. How's it in Thailand right now?
Oh.
Huh?
The guy that was earlier saying that the 450 electric thing, he was joking and he said that our electric build is going to be a Power Wheels powertrain in a CRF 450 frame. That would be hysterical.
Oh.
Because we do have an extra of both of those.
That would be so funny. I wonder if we
Just
could
a
even get it to
massive gear
move.
reduction.
Yeah.
Yeah, just add in a couple more gear reductions. We can make it move at like 1/4 of a mile an hour.
That would be awesome. That'd be so funny. Oh, see, we should do something like that next April Fool's Day.
Our train swap CRF 450, the funnest thing ever.
Mark said, "Don't do anything with Whistling
These are-
Diesel."
Don't.
Yeah, I saw a lot of that. They must be. I mean, I get the impression it's probably a channel of just people destroying things, not actually making things that are cool. But it's, YouTube's entertainment, so we just try to at least make things that are cool. Like, obviously there isn't a huge point to a Barbie Jeep that goes 85 miles an hour, but there is, because it's awesome and there's no other riding experience like it. So maybe that's the same thing for a big truck with 16 wheel spacers. I don't know.
Well, I've been saying he's destroying a $100,000 Ford, which, first of all, $1,000 Ford truck is excessive, but with me.
You're breaking up pretty bad, Ethan. You might need to reset your thing or something. But yeah, I saw some questions about the Triumph. So that's another project we're putting off until spring because we can't use it in the winter. So as you guys probably saw right before it started snowing, we actually got it running really well for the very first time. And we actually have a bunch of parts to build the exhaust. And then we were going to make some guards over all the open drive lines and stuff like that. And then after that, we're basically going to rip on it until something breaks. And then we'll obviously have to probably fix the suspension and the differential to make it actually usable. Because right now the brakes are soft, the suspension is awful, and that differential is gonna pop.
For sure. Yeah.
General Gamer says it's very touch and go. They'll likely be having us in quarantine for 2 weeks when we get back to Hawaii. Yeah, that makes sense, man. Well,
good luck.
We're hoping the best for all you guys out there. It's definitely a crazy time to be deployed. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think the Triumph is going to be a blast. They've already kind of canceled the first few autocross events here, obviously. So I don't know what kind of chances we're going to have to drive the Triumph, but it's a car, so we could just register it and drive it on the street. We won't be able to do crazy donuts and burnouts, but maybe we can get on the same racetrack that let us bring the Power Wheels out, because we wouldn't have to cross the border for that. And if it was just us there, maybe that would be okay. I'm not totally sure what the rules are there right now.
Yeah.
But if we can rip on it, we will. So yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. And
somebody wants you to make a song with the noises of our builds and welding.
Yeah, that would be cool. We talked about doing a cold start montage once the hurricane's running and stuff. We'll just go through and do a cold start and rev on each of the projects without any music, just pure sound compilation. And then out of that video, I could sample all that into music. That would be sweet. And yeah, I forgot to, I was talking about eBay Motors a lot in the beginning of this chat. So we donated 5,000 and eBay matched that 5,000. So 5,000 of what you saw was from eBay Motors. And the team at eBay Motors is really cool. This whole thing was their idea. There's a link in the description of this video to download their app for free. It's really cool, and it's totally different than the regular eBay app. So they've been really helping out the channel and helping with the charity, obviously, too. So definitely give that app a shot. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, it actually is. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's why I think they're the only brand besides like Audible that we've done like multiple ads with, like more than 2. I guess we've done 3 Cove ads too, but yeah, everyone we've done multiple ads with, they're all stuff that we just use all the time.
It's actually
Like we're on eBay constantly. I'm on Audible every single day. We use our Cove speakers all the time. Those are the kind of ones that are super easy to talk about, because we just use them all the time. I mean, you guys will see the next Cove ad. We're just like kind of goofing off the whole time, but they're cool. They approved it even though we didn't say like anything that was on their script. So, and our builds are getting more expensive too. So we're really stoked to have the support from the sponsors. How much do you think we've spent on the Hurricane so far, Ethan?
Oh, a lot. I mean, if you count the Haltech ECU, like, I'm guessing we're probably, I don't know, it's probably close to $10,000. Like, not quite, but in that range. If you were to count the ECU and stuff like that
Yeah.
we got from Haltech. I mean,
Like
probably
buying the four-wheeler, the engine, the ECU, all the
Yeah.
parts. Like, it's
It depends on if you count the full cost of the four-wheelers. We bought, the broken one and the running one. But seeing as how we haven't actually sold the running one yet, like, you can count that as cost because,
Yeah.
or you could not. But anyway,
Yeah,
Yeah.
what we're probably going to do with that quad, guys, is keep it until the Hurricane's running well, and then we'll do like kind of a comparison since they share differentials and A-frame. Like that's basically
Sure.
it. The control arms and the
Yeah,
diffs,
pretty
that's it. So we'll do a kind of compare video where we go up on some trails in Idaho and show the difference between the two, kind of like we did with Cinderella and that sports quad. So, and then we'll probably sell it.
Yep.
So when we go to sell it, we'll let you guys know because some of you guys ask about that. But yeah, it's our most expensive project yet, but we've been getting so much support from you guys and the sponsors that it's easy. We make it happen.
yeah.
It's super cool.
Well, easy is not the right word for it. But,
So,
been fun.
Christo has a really good question, which is what do we watch on YouTube? I watch a ton of YouTube, so I'll let Ethan go first because my list will take forever. I watch YouTube constantly every day.
Yeah, I really don't watch a lot of YouTube because when I'm not building stuff for the channel, I'm usually building my own stuff, like working on my house or whatever. So I really don't spend a lot of time on YouTube. But when I do, I always watch Mike's Moto Mule. I always watch his stuff, see what he's up to, because he builds awesome stuff. And I sometimes watch Rutherby Welding. I like seeing what he's up to. Other than that, I mean, yeah, not a lot. Occasional like comedians and stuff like that, but yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, my list is pretty elaborate, but I don't know if you guys can see who I subscribe to. Like my personal channel that like I subscribe to all the people I watch is my music channel Akina Boy. So you guys could probably go there and see who I follow. But I watch Mr. Steele. He's like super cool drone pilot who like inspired me to start doing like the FPV stuff in our videos. And you guys will see a lot more of it. It's just the learning curve is insane. It's so hard to like get shots good enough to actually use in our videos. So, but I'm learning a lot from his. I watch all of his videos. Cold Fusion is probably one of my favorite YouTube channels ever. He does like cool documentaries about just like current events, mainly in regards to like technology. Same with Wendover Productions. His stuff is super high quality. I was watching one about China's Magnalift trains this morning, and Colin Furs, obviously, Daily Dose of Internet, Aussie Man, Polymatter, 3 Blue 1 Brown, Smarter Every Day. I mean, all those learning channels, ASAP Science. WTF1, they like break down Formula One stuff, and it was more exciting to watch when Formula One wasn't canceled, but it's still a really cool channel. And they talk about really cool stuff. Some more FPV guys. I mean, that's, Oh, It's Okay to Be Smart. Super cool channel. Mark Rober. Cookin' Soul. He's like one of my favorite guys who makes music on YouTube. He like samples really cool records and he's hilarious. So yeah, those are like the main channels that I watch, like every single one of their videos. I watch way too much YouTube. Travman
Oh,
says,
I also watch Engineering Explained.
oh yeah, I forgot. I just watched his video on and Engineering Explained is doing the same. He's also, I don't know if he already has, but he's also doing raising money for Feeding America. So check out that
Yeah.
campaign. Travman says, what's your status so far for this live stream? How many thumbs up and how many? Oh, oh, can you guys not see that?
No,
That was,
it doesn't show how
oh
many.
really? Oh, it has
Yeah, 'cause I'm in the chat.
417 likes.
There we go.
Yeah. Do things seem like they're winding down, or is I
Yeah.
lost the chat on my phone? So maybe we could call
Yeah,
it pretty soon here.
Yeah. Yeah, we've still got 375 people here, but, you know, we kind of answered the important questions. But,
Yeah,
And the revenue.
definitely. Well, thanks for sharing the ECU video, guys. That was it did really well that first weekend when all you the notification squad was sharing the video for sure. We saw that, and that got us amped up. And you know, our
Yeah.
videos are pretty hit or miss. Some of them get 1 million views in a couple days, some of them don't. And we wanted to see as many people hear, you know, that video and our message, and you know, see our sponsor eBay Motors. So that's why we did it based on views. And then since eBay was willing to match up to 5,000, we figured why not, so we just did it. So thanks for sharing that video. And,
yes, we definitely need to build a new garage. The Lube Master says you guys are going to need to build a new garage. Definitely on the list.
Yep, that is on the list for sure. Do you guys think you've reached the limit about the size for what the Power Wheels builds? I personally think the Jeep is a little too big. Yeah, I think that's probably about as big as we could go. That's the biggest Power Wheels toy we've ever seen. So as long as we don't build this crazy drone Power Wheels that we can fly in, I don't see how we can make anything bigger.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh, I think
I
that's
don't
a
trust
great
my building
idea.
skills that much. Oh, hey, you know that Austin guy that built the Tesla electric Power Wheels? He's in here in the chat, and he said, "Awesome job with the charity work, guys."
Oh, cool. Thanks, Austin. Yeah, I saw that Tesla video like the day it came out. That was... It's funny because we actually thought about doing that before, but that body is just so small. We skipped over it, but what you did with it totally seems to work. I mean, the smaller the body, the harder, but I guess the electric components are a little bit easier to fit, but that was a tough job. I saw that you just posted one on upgrading it, but I haven't seen it yet. But that's pretty
that
cool
thing's
project.
awesome.
If we could travel, we should just do a tour of the states and race everyone with cool stuff in the country.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Like a month-long road trip or 2 months and drive around and stop everywhere that there's somebody with cool stuff to race.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be pretty sweet. Rancid Times asked if we what the chances are of us getting together with Rutherby Welding for a build. I don't know about for a build because he's like across the country, but we'll definitely do some collaborations with him because he's going to come out and bring the Gravedigger to race us sometime. I mean, he asked if it was okay to build that because he didn't want to like infringe on our ideas, which, you know, is silly because anybody can build anything. But I told him that he could build it as long as he came and raced us, so he owes us a race now.
He owes us.
Not really. He doesn't owe us anything, but he did promise.
Mm-hmm. And we actually did do an episode with Jay Leno. You could find the kind of behind the scenes on our channel, but we went down there and raced on the Honda Proving Grounds and stuff. It was the season finale of last season, so you could probably find that on his website or whatever. People want us to turbo the Camaro. Well, originally we thought it'd be the perfect engine for that because it already has the external oil lines. But that thing has so much power, it's so uncontrollable. We're not totally sure
It's
about
too small.
if it's a good
Yeah.
idea. But we are going to try to put the rear tires on the Mustang are way bigger, and we're going to try to put
And so are the fronts.
those on there and see if it's a little more controllable.
Yeah.
And we're also going to, oh, Ethan, I got the seat today. I also accidentally shipped that to my house.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah.
all we need is the valve cover bolts, and then we can fix the Camaro. And then we're going to put the off-road tires on and do a Camaro full send video.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's something to look forward to. I'm really stoked for that because I've driven the Camaro a little bit, but not since it's been finished. And my wrist, I'm not wearing my brace anymore, guys. Yeah. So I could probably drive the Camaro here pretty soon without hurting myself.
Yeah. All right. Well, should we get on with our days and let everybody else get on with theirs?
Yeah, I think so. Thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for
Thanks for hanging out.
and thanks for sharing the video. And thanks again to eBay Motors, and their link is in the description of this video. And the app's free
As always.
and it's sweet. And if you download it, it helps us out, them out. Everything. So you might as well.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
yeah, guys, thanks so much.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
And now I have to do the task of figuring out how to end a live stream. It took us like 3 times live streaming to see how to start a live stream. Maybe you guys can help me navigate it. All right, here we go. Live stream. Oh, look at that. End. That was easy.